What it do? What's up, everybody? What's happening, everybody? It's the
We grilling, baby.
We grilling, baby.
We grilling, baby.
Yes, welcome to the sleepy edition of the Keto Cookout.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like,
all right, let's.
I wonder if they will mind if I fall asleep because my kids wanted me to watch a movie and I was almost falling asleep. I was like, maybe I can sleep on the stream.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nope. Carnivores don't sleep on streams.
That's what it says right here. Carnivores don't sleep.
Exactly.
There you go.
Carney.
There you go. Well,
yeah.
let's do what we do here.
Russ, do you have scurvy? Did you get scurvy this week?
You scurvy dog.
No.
Okay. And what about you, Adam? Did you get scurvy in the 24-hour live stream?
I think I briefly had it when my eyes were closed, and then I opened them, and it's gone now.
Thank God someone was there to save you guys when you were falling asleep.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure. What about you, Alia? You have scurvy this week?
No, not that I know of. I don't think so.
Rock and roll. How about you in the comments? Anybody
who
have
has
scurvy?
Who has scurvy? Let's see. I'm asking in the comments.
Uh-oh.
Now what's the next question? Your high carb meal? I'll go first. I had some guacamole.
Yeah.
That was my high carb meal. That's all. I had some guacamole. Holy guacamole.
Well, all right.
I don't know how many carbohydrates is a couple. It was like this little thing of guacamole. How many carbohydrates is that? 2?
Very little.
This is funny. I gotta pop this comment up before Adam tells us what he did this week. Not scurvy, but magnesium citrate revenge.
Oh,
geez.
I've had that before.
Me too. Adam, did you have a high carb meal this week, especially after the 24-hour live stream?
I didn't have a high carb meal, but I did have 2 biscuits at Texas Roadhouse. So that was in honor of Russ. In honor of Russ.
My man, you're trying to win. Finally, some competition here. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if they're biscuits or rolls or whatever they're called. I've been out of the game so long, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, I appreciate. Listen, you guys at least stepped your game up from last week, okay? So,
but I did have the big 30 ounce whatever ribeye from there. So,
a 30 ounce ribeye.
How did your stomach feel after eating those rolls?
My osteoarthritis pain came back actually the next day. It sucked.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
I don't know how that works. I guess I'm not far enough along to have those problems. I don't know, man. Maybe as time goes on, I'll sense that it's like automatically the next day. Oh, I feel like but I never felt bad in the first place. So I guess if you had some problems and you don't, then you get them back. I never had any to start with, so maybe that's part of the problem. But yeah, you guys stepped up your game there. I love that. But I still got you beat.
What about you? Still got us beat.
Oh, I mean, stevia snuck back into my life a little bit. Some stevia, and I'm really trying to get it back out again. That's the point. Like, I can't have this stuff in the house. If it's in the house, it's a problem. I violate my own rules.
I hear you.
There's no carbohydrates in that. Dr. Bickman says
there's 2 carbohydrates, 2 in every spoon, apparently, in stevia erythritol blend.
Interesting.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, it's a blend and erythritol blend. Maybe I know about that, but I know Dr. Bickman. I read in his book, both stevia and erythritol have no insulin effect. That's what he wrote in his book. So I don't know, but
I don't know.
I use both pretty frequently. I use pretty much every day in my coffee, but 2 carbs, yeah. So we'll round you up to 5 with the guacamole. Okay. So yeah.
What's your damage, Russ?
Well, since our last show, it really doesn't get bad, or it doesn't really get bad at all. Well, yeah, it did. But Friday, I left on vacation, and I was good Friday, clean Friday, and then Saturday we did the live stream, and I was good until the live stream was over, and I just had some potato chips and some potato chips. But then the next day was Sunday, and I had some White Castles.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I
had rockets.
Oh,
I had a double White Castles there, and then I had a little bit of candy and more potato chips.
That was your 1% or your 10%, your cheat?
It's all part of the 10%. Yeah, I mean, so I didn't count the carbs, but I've been on vacation since Friday, so that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm 5 days in, and I've had about 200 carbs for over 5 days. So that's, man, I had that in a weekend, Labor Day weekend. So I haven't really. I made a video before I left, and I said I was the only thing I was going to try to do on this vacation was not have any sugary drinks. That was like my, I don't know, call it a challenge or something. Just no sugary drinks. Whatever I do, but no sugar. And I've done that. Haven't had a drop of anything sugary, just water, some club soda I brought with me and stuff like that. And I think I'll do that. And then I'm heading home Friday morning. So we'll see how Wednesday and Thursday go. But and I'm down a pound. If you watched my weigh-in video, I am down 1 pound even after Carbogeddon.
Wow.
Yes, during the
Awesome.
Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm on the path, I'm on a road,
Good
but
job.
I'm on vacation. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm doing my thing. I've had an opportunity to do a lot more, but I've been picking my spots, and so far, my worst offense is a little bit of candy and some potatoes.
All right.
So we'll see what kind of trouble I can get into on the way back home.
So what'd you do this weekend, Alia?
Well, as far as I know, I was on a computer, and I swear to God, by 5 o'clock that evening, I was like, "Oh man, I'm so done with this live stream." Only, just to be honest, even though, whose idea was that again, Adam? The 24-hour live stream?
Yeah.
That would be you.
Yes. So let's talk about that a little bit. Listen, I thought the live stream was great. What was the final total for those who may not know? How much was raised for our?
Just over $40,000. But I need to talk to you about something, Russ. It's very important. I need you to do the last 10.
What do I? Okay,
do the last 10,000.
Okay, I guess you're confused because this says homesick Buckeye, not homesick Bank Eye. Okay.
I'll tell you what, Russ. If you do 10K, I'll do $10.
Okay, man, you people are still
if you do
drunk.
10,000, I'll do 100 right now.
Yeah. You people are still sleep deprived, obviously. Listen, the only thing that can fix you guys is a couple of double White Castles. That's what I bring it to. Yeah.
What did you do this weekend, Adam?
Apparently I slept on the live stream. So in my defense, my laptop is down here. So everybody watch. I'm going to look down at the laptop. Okay. Does it look like I'm asleep right now?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing. So I didn't realize that the job that Alia was doing was insane.
It was
like
insane.
She's doing 5 million things at once. And when she left the stream, I had to take that over, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I had to essentially stare at the screen for like 20 minutes straight to try to figure out what was going on. And it definitely looked like I was asleep. But there was one time when I actually did close my eyes because my eyes were burning.
Oh, no.
But I did stay awake.
Oh, no. And I want to thank you for letting me go to sleep.
For sure.
I want to say, let me just say what happened. Guys, I was like this the whole time because I had my laptop. It was like right next to me over here. And I had a couple things open over here, chatting in Carrie's chat. And I had to keep track of every single super chat. And there was 4 other things I had to keep track of. And I had to keep it all on a grid. So I looked like I just didn't care that I was on a live stream with my head going back and forth. But really, I did. I really did care.
Yeah,
there you
it's
go.
tricky. It's tricky.
It was crazy.
Well, even when Adam is wide awake, he looks like he's sleepy. So, so when people look down as if he just looks tired anyway. So
I get that.
It's like, so people like, he finally went to bed. He finally just went to sleep. He looks so tired.
Right. Exactly.
Oh man.
But like I said, I thought the guests were great. I listened to a lot of it. I watched and listened to most of it. And it was just a great event, man. Shout out to everybody that was part of it. And, definitely go and watch it. If you haven't seen it, if, you weren't able to go through, you can go to Kipp's channel. You can go to Carrie's channel, Alia or Adams. And I have on my channel the portion when I was on during the time there. So nobody would want to see
very funny,
that.
and everybody needed to go see it.
Yeah, I'm sure it gets funnier between the hours of 1 a.m. and 5 a.m.
Right?
Yeah, that wasn't funny. But it was more like a homesick Buckeye concert than a comedy show. I think I sang 7 songs.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
It helped the fundraising.
Yes.
Hey man, okay.
I want to know what the chat thinks of the 24-hour live stream. What did you guys think of it? Did you? Okay, here's what I want to know. Someone commented to me. All right, let's back up. I have in my life fundraised a lot of money before. So $50,000 wasn't unreal to me. It was very real. But I had someone comment that they didn't think it was real and that they were surprised that we made that much money. So in the chat, I want your feedback. Did you think we can make that much money? Let me know in the chat. All right. But I hear the doorbell.
Oh, here we go. There you go with that.
Uh-oh. Who is it?
You go with that. Oh,
Super
Todd.
Todd.
Todd. The carnivore cure. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
What's going on, guys?
Atlas Todd.
Man,
how are you guys?
It's good. It is good to see you.
Yeah, good.
It is good to see you, man. He was on in the wee hours of the stream, weren't you there? Were you on in the wee hours of the morning on the 24-hour live stream?
He was a closer.
I was.
Yeah, that's right.
No
man. You came and brought him in to close the show.
And he did amazing. Todd, I was really surprised and genuinely thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yes. You helped fundraise so much money at the end there. So you woke everybody up. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought people needed a shot in the arm. Everybody's looking a little punchy.
Okay,
we all got it. Thank you.
See, now that's what you call a backhanded compliment. See how she really dissed you in a nice way. She's like, we didn't expect anything of you, Todd. We just thought you were a bum, and we thought you were a scrub, and we just thought you were going to be the terrible. We thought you were going to be the worst, but you weren't. You were great. Yeah, you see how that works? See how she does that? She's tricky. Right.
Only for us. Only for us.
She's tricky. You gotta watch her, man.
She's sad.
Yeah,
I was flattered. Now I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Be careful, man. She's a tricky one. Well, listen, man. We know you. I've been on streams with you and different things, brother. And I certainly appreciate you and your story. But tell the folks, man, where are you from, and tell them about yourself.
Yes, sir. I'm from Bozeman, Montana, and I started a channel, I don't know, 5 weeks ago or something because, carnivore is amazing, as we all know, and it got me out of heck of a pickle, and man, it's just worth spreading the news, because I'm totally surprised how nobody seems to know about it. I say carnivore where I'm from, and I'm from a state where we have 1 million people and 3 million beef cows, and they still haven't heard of it.
Yeah. Oh, I totally understand. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and so you tell them you're on an all meat diet, and they go cross-eyed and think you're crazy, and tell you about how heart's gonna explode and fall out on the desk, and it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was stuck in a chair for 2.5 years because I was over 700 pounds, got COVID, had congestive heart failure. I had lymphedema. I gained 84 pounds of fluid in 3 weeks after COVID because the fluid built up. My calves were both 35 inches in diameter. Just miserable.
Wow.
Yeah. And 11 months later, I'm down 240 pounds, completely mobile. Lymphedema's gone.
Love it, man.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
everything's gone. I was on oxygen 24/7. Oxygen's completely gone. My lungs are better than they were when I was 18. I'm 40 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, had reactive airway disease, that's gone. Had gout, that's gone. Had gum disease, that's gone. Had high blood pressure, that's gone. My oxygen was 88% saturation when I was 18. Now it's 96% saturation with no oxygen. No off the asthma medicine, Advair, off the fluid pills, heart's working. I always had like a resting pulse rate of like between 95 and like 100. Now it's down to like 68 to 72.
Yeah. Man,
yeah.
man, I love that. I love that. Now tell us, when did your weight problems begin? Were you a little kid, or were you a healthy kid? And as an adult, right? Tell a little bit about where they began.
I think at birth.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, I was 150 pounds when I was born. I understand, brother.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
They did actually have to. My mom had to have a cesarean 3 weeks early because I was growing so much. They had to get me out of there, and then I mean, by the time I was like 5, I was probably close to 200 pounds. By the time I was 14, I was 600 pounds. Just my whole life, I was huge.
At 14.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I wasn't. People hear that and they think, well, you must have been, stuck in a bed or a couch. I was working construction when I was 12 years old. We dropped out of school and I worked 50 plus hours a week in the field because we were super poor when I was a kid. My dad taught us how to all be electricians, but I was working 50 hours a week in the field, digging ditches, just miserable. My back hurt, my knees hurt, my ankles hurt, just everything hurt all the time. And just could not lose the weight. But I mean, I know where I gained all the weight. It was all soda. I drank so much. It was ridiculous. And we ate crap, cheap food because we're broke, So macaroni and cheese out of a box and ramen noodles and spaghetti with ketchup because that was the sauce. All that crap. But
no, that's amazing. So at what age did you initially start trying to lose weight? Was there a certain point where it became like a focus in your mind, and where like, hey, I gotta fix this some kind of way?
Yeah, at about 11. At 11, I really started going after. 11 is when I realized there was a real serious problem because I'd go to sleep and I'd stop breathing every night because I was so heavy, and would wake up and had acid reflux, and I started getting depression when I was a kid and anxiety, and just so started seeing doctors, and I had this one thing that always seemed to be plaguing me. And so just pretty much started at 11 or 12 trying to do things a little bit better, but it wasn't great. But it wasn't really till I got probably when I was 14, I finally started going to the gym, and I was really strong for carrying all that weight around for so long. But so I do have a frame kind of from carrying it. But, it just, by the time I hit my, mid to late 20s, it had all caught up with me, and I'd been on, a million yo-yo diets, and they put me on all the standard American diets, and we did the, slim fast stuff and the Jenny Craig stuff and the bull crap, and it never worked. The only thing that ever worked for me is I'd just starve, I'd just stop eating. And I did that 4 other times in my life. I'd lost 300 pounds twice in my life before, and I'd lost 200 pounds twice in my life before. But man, the last one I lost actually was like 340 pounds, but I literally almost didn't eat anything. I'd eat 2,000 calories a week, and I did that for 17 months. And I was working full time, playing softball on weeknights and practicing on the weekends and running my tail off. And that's the kind of activity it took just to burn any weight. It was amazing.
Wow, that's torture.
Man, I mean, that's it. I mean, you're an incredible guy, man. You're not a mere earthling. I was going to say that, man. You gotta.
my dad's an awesome, he passed away in 2017, but man, that guy had no quit in him. He was a Marine and he got out of the military, and he had his first heart attack when he was 38 because he got doused by Agent Orange. But my dad just had no quit. He was supposed to have died every year for, I don't know, 30 years. He finally passed away at like 74, and he wasn't supposed to make it a couple of years. And he was just too hungry to go.
So too mean to die. I understand.
Yeah.
All right. So when did you finally have your breakthrough, and what got you there? What led you to that?
Basically, the kind of the pinnacle is I'd gone on enough. So I'd done that 17-month thing where I wasn't eating, lost a bunch of weight, got married. Thought, all right, this time, I couldn't keep not eating because I was getting tunnel vision. I was passing out. I was getting bloody noses. I blew out my right knee and had to have knee surgery that year because everything was just, my body was eating like all the tissue, and I was just getting weak, like things were deteriorating. It was crazy. And so then I thought, well, I'm married now. My wife's going to cook healthy. So she cooked, the chicken and the rice and all that stuff. And I gained back 350 pounds so fast it'd make your head spin. It was insane. And then I was sicker because of it on top of it. So I was kind of right after that. At that point, I was so beat down and depressed. I just was kind of giving up on everything because it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And then I got stuck in the ICU for 3 days because my oxygen was down in the low 70s. And they had to put me on a bunch of oxygen in the ICU to get my lungs working again. And so when I got out of there, I basically stopped drinking soda, and I stopped drinking calories. I was still drinking diet soda and diet drinks, but I just stopped drinking calories because I knew I had been doing this long enough that I linked drinking a lot of pop to my lungs being inflamed and being congested and having lung problems. So I kept that off for about a year, and then I was ready to do, and I lost a little bit of weight, nothing substantial, but at least I felt a little better. I was ready to try a diet again. My brother was doing a weightlifter diet at the time. He was following his Frank Zane's. He's an old time weightlifter. He was following his kind of protocol, which was a high protein, low fat, moderate carbohydrate diet. I started that. It was the worst I've ever felt in my life. That was a 14-month journey through that, but I kept it up, but I couldn't keep doing it because I wasn't losing much weight, and I was so depressed. It was making me like quite literally suicidal. I could not keep doing it.
Yeah.
So, and I thought it was because the chicken, I was having egg whites and turkey sausage in the morning for breakfast, and I was having chicken breasts and rice and egg whites at night for dinner. And the chicken was terrible, dry, white meat, just disgusting. No salt, low sodium diet. It was miserable. So I looked up how to make the meat not dry, and I found this sous vide cooking channel on YouTube. I ordered a sous vide machine so that I could sous vide the chicken. When I was watching those guys, it was sous vide everything on YouTube. I started those guys are awesome. And they're always sous vide and ribeyes and picanhas and searing it in butter. And I was sitting there after eating dry chicken and turkey sausage for 14 months, and I was just drooling watching these guys make these ribeyes. And so I decided to get off the wagon for a short period of time. And I was like, when my sous vide machine gets here, I'm going to make a ribeye. And then I always laughed because I said I was going to have one ribeye, and then I went to Costco and bought 4 ribeyes. So
I got you. Was that the point where you started, so you didn't hear about it somewhere or quick, hold on a second. All the times when you were up and down with the weight, all that wasn't ketogenic. That was just different programs that weren't really ketogenic focused, like low carb focused. They were they were Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig kind of stuff. They would start off at that. They wouldn't work. I would feel bad and I would get mad and I would just stop eating. And so they're all every one of them were starvation diets. I would just quit eating. Gotcha.
Like either I'd wager. So the first time I lost 200 pounds, I was drinking one big energy drink in the morning, and I was eating a package of honey roasted peanuts in the morning, and that's all I'd eat every day.
Gotcha. So when did you first hear about ketogenic type of living? When did you first hear about that?
So after I started, I got that sous vide machine. I cooked my first ribeye, that first fatty beef that I'd had in 14 months, and I decided that I could keep the macros close if I just cooked the ribeye and seared it in butter and only ate once a day. That would be about the same calories. So I ate that, and immediately, right after eating that ribeye, within 3 hours, I just felt better. And even doing that, you still hadn't heard anything about Atkins or low carbing or that. That was purely just kind of luck of the draw, was what you're saying. I had heard of Atkins before. I had never heard keto. I'd never heard carnivore, but I'd heard Atkins. But of course, that was a crazy diet, right? Atkins was a crazy diet. You weren't supposed to touch it. You're an idiot if you did Atkins, right? So I never tried that one, and I never gave it any credit. And if I remember right, the Atkins guy or whatever slipped and fell and died on his porch or something because he hit his head on a step. And I remember everybody was even making fun of him for, he died because he was on, whatever, just a bunch of crap. But so, no, it was because I ate those 4 ribeyes 4 consecutive days in a row. And previous to that, on that 14 months of high protein diet, I'd only lost 37 pounds. Then in that 14 months, and then this 4 days of ribeyes, I lost like 12 or 13 pounds.
Wow.
And I'm sure, it was water, but the inflammation was coming out of me. My brain felt better. Of the depression, anxiety was lifting, and I actually had energy, and I was in a good mood for the first time in 14 months. So when I saw that, it was such a starch change that I Googled it, and I'm like, why am I feeling fantastic eating butter seared ribeyes? Why, this isn't supposed to be good for me.
Right.
Yeah, and Dr. Darren Schmidt out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, he's got a channel on YouTube. He was the first person that came up and started talking about Candidus and keto, basically saying that.
Gotcha. And when was that date wise? How long ago was that?
That was, I don't have it down to a perfect date because a lot happened, but it was sometime end of 2018 to early 2019, somewhere in there.
Gotcha. I gotcha. And so from there, you just started on down that carnivore road until you're
keto.
Oh, okay.
I started on a keto road, and I had mixed results, but unfortunately, if I would have just kept doing what I was doing with the ribeyes, it would have been great.
Right.
But unfortunately, I fell down. I started researching everything keto, and that led me to fat bombs and bulletproof coffee and peanut butter cups and all this keto junk food and making chaffles and keto pizza and all this stuff. So I went off on that tangent, and I would, I just yo-yoed on the keto thing for about, I don't know, a year and a half. And I had good results and bad results. And things were knocking me out of ketosis. And I was counting the net carbs instead of the total carbs, and something would have something hidden in it. So it was just up and down. And finally, I decided I got to get my crap together here. And I was reading Jason Fung's book, The Diabetes Code, about insulin resistance and how extreme fasting can really help get your fasted insulin levels down. So I went to tackle that, and I decided I was going to do a 40-day water fast. And so I jumped into that with both feet, and I made it to day 21, and I got just deathly ill. Couldn't figure out what was going on. Long story short, what happened there is on day 21, I ran my potassium levels into the ground, and my potassium levels got so low that my blood plasma wouldn't hold red blood cell pellets anymore. And so my red blood cells tanked. And that was...
Gotcha. So tell us when you started carnivore. When did you start the carnivore?
So I got
full carnivore.
So officially, after that happened, I got COVID. Well, my immune system was shot. COVID lit me up, ruined my lungs, gave me congestive heart failure, went through a few months of just terrible crap. And then I finally got my stuff together. And on September 29th of 2022, I went on ketovore. Did that for 3 months, but I kept eliminating things to try to get my ketone levels up, to try to get deeper into ketosis. And on January 1st, 2023, I was full carnivore, basically BBB and E on January 21st of 2023.
All right. Now, since January of 2023 up until now, tell us how much weight you've lost and what changes you've seen.
So basically a minimum of 235 pounds is what I've lost. I really didn't know my starting weight because
that's crazy.
I was so
awesome.
big.
You
Oh,
lost like
that's
15 pounds more than I am.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. No, that's
And
incredible,
but the biggest
man.
but the biggest thing was at that time I'd gotten my health declined so bad that I was stuck in a chair. I was on oxygen 24/7. I couldn't sleep at night. I'd wake up not breathing. Every time I would wake up, oxygen was in like the high 70s. Had oxygen deprivation headaches, had gout, had gum disease, had all this crap. Just massive lymphedema. My legs were so heavy. I used to have to, no joke, I had these climbing ropes that I bought on Amazon. I'd tie them to my ankles and I'd use them to lift up my legs and put them on a footstool so I could get my legs elevated so I could sleep at night. And it was just causing my knees to swell up something fierce. It was ridiculous. And so that's completely, I'm completely mobile again. I mean, I can't even tell you the things that happen. It's just insane how quick it got better.
Hey, Todd, you care if I share the picture of you on the
oxygen?
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it, for sure.
Let's see if I can find this real quick. Share screen.
Gotcha. Do you mind if I share a picture of Todd holding up something?
This is Todd on oxygen, and this looks nothing like you, dude. Nothing like you.
Wow. I wonder you couldn't breathe.
Yeah, that was that was a rough period. That was actually after I'd lost a little bit of weight and was feeling better. My sister wanted to know. That's why I took that picture. She goes, "How you feeling?" I said, "I think I'm looking better."
Yeah, man. Well, listen, I can tell you it's a miracle that you're alive. But I know I can speak for everybody when I say, man, I sure am glad you are. You're just a good dude, a joy to be around, man. You're always upbeat, got a smile on your face. But I say this all the time. This community is so amazing. People, 99.8763% of them are wonderful. But we're all bound. Most of us anyway are bound by what we've been through, man. When you've been through something, man, when you come up the rough side of that mountain and you get past that and through that, you got some joy. You got some happiness, man. You got something to share. And that's why when you get around, the keto community, it's a lot of happy people, a lot of smiling people, generous people, man, because we've all been through something. And we've
been to hell and back.
Yeah, and we've come out on the other side of it, man. So we're happy. We got a lot to smile and laugh about, man. So that's great. But tell everybody where they can find you, your social medias, all that kind of stuff, and what they can expect, on your channel when they come over visit you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm at the Carnivore Cure on YouTube, on Instagram, and on TikTok, and it's Carnivore Cure on X, or formerly known as Twitter. Yep. And basically I like to dig into how we got tricked into this scam of this the standard American diet. We've all been lied to, and that's what I'm planning on digging into a lot more, because that, honestly, when I saw that, it took the focus off of me feeling like there was something wrong with me and realizing that there was something wrong with the system. The system was broke. Our food system was broke,
Standard American diet, standard American doctors. That's SAD, however you want to. We call it SADD, standard American diets and doctors. And you're exactly right, man. Well, we share that same thought, man. We have a life-changing message, a life-saving message, and we need to get that message out to as many people as we can, because there are folks like that. Hey, listen, I'm a flyweight compared to you, brother. I mean, I was a mere 548 pounds, man. But you were I was a cruiserweight. You were in the super heavyweight division, man. I didn't want none of that. That power, super heavyweight power. I couldn't handle it.
Go big or go home, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I just want to say, man, that I'm so thankful that you found that Carnivore Cure, and I'm grateful that you're part of the community. And we will definitely see you around. And you're a friend of the show, friend of everybody's channel, and an all-around good dude. I want to thank you for coming by, sharing that. And we're going to do some things, I think, in the future, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. I sure appreciate you having me on.
Yes,
and
sir.
I have to show Todd something, even though surprise was ruined this morning.
Super Todd.
I was gonna tell you in another 3 months you won't have to Photoshop that bottom part anymore.
Nice.
But you know what this is? This is Atlas. He holds up the world, and you held us up at the end of the 24-hour live stream. So it's all for you.
Absolutely.
I sure appreciate it. Yeah.
I really wanted to see your facial expression. So
yeah,
I saw that this morning. I was like, what in the heck?
Yeah. We'll make sure we have a link in the description for folks. You know, if you can't find him, somebody put in there they can't find his channel. But we'll definitely have it in the description when it's The Carnivore Cure. Carnivore Cure. Make sure you're spelling it right. And that, but like I said, man, we appreciate you, brother. Thanks so much for coming by and sharing. Hit us one time with the re-grilling, baby.
We grilling, baby.
Yes. Thanks for coming by, Todd.
I love it, man. We'll see you. See you, brother.
Take care.
Yeah.
All right. Man,
what an amazing story, man. That's people need to see that. The world needs to know that guy.
Absolutely.
The world needs to know that guy, man. He is just a walking, talking inspiration.
Yep.
And just so cool, man, about it. You think a guy like that might have some sadness or some bitterness or some, man, that guy's as cool as the other side of the pillow, man.
Yep.
And just enjoying his new life. And I love that, man. Never get tired of hearing those kind of stories.
Absolutely.
Never get tired of it, man. So, we got somebody else at the door, man. The cookout is busy. I was like, whoa!
What's up, guys and girl?
How you doing, Kipp?
Hey, listen, I was gonna be good tonight and behave myself, but whenever Todd showed up in his cowboy hat, I said I can't let him one up me like that.
That's right.
Nice. I love it.
He can't be one upping me like that on this show. Come on now.
That's right. Hey, that's right.
I love it.
Listen, hey, this is the wrong show to behave, brother. That's the wrong show for that food, man. We act a fool over here.
Nice. Man, now I gotta go get my Indiana Jones hat.
My husband's hat.
Yeah, that looks like that. What's that? The guy was I can't think of his name. Elmer Fudd or something, man. Wasn't that Elmer Fudd on the cartoon? You know, trying to shoot the duck. The guy was always trying to shoot the duck. Whoever that was.
Yeah, it was Elmer Fudd.
Yes, there you go. That's what you look like with that hat on. Yeah, nice. Ali a dud. Yeah, man. So what's going on with you, Kipp, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Doing great. How about y'all?
Man, we're good, man. Now you had some well, we'll start with the first part, man. Tell us where you're from and a little bit about yourself. I won't fast forward ahead to my questions there. Tell everybody that doesn't know. Of course, you're a keto family legend. Everybody knows you, but there might be one person that's just waking up from has been in a coma for 6 years and may not know. So you tell them who you are, brother.
Well, for that one person that don't know who I am, they can probably hear it in my voice. I'm from a small town in South Alabama. It's called Atmore, Alabama. And so I've been, struggling with food addiction and, because I grew up on country food. So I grew up on that and a lot of Cajun dishes and fried food and just the good stuff, but really not the good stuff. And so, I'd made it up to 500 pounds. Well, 2 pounds away from 500 pounds, if you want to call it that. But, decided
he was a biscuit away, brother. You was a biscuit away from 500 pounds, man.
Absolutely. I was right there. I was one good meal away. And finally I decided I'd had enough, gave carnivore a try, and man, I've never looked back.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yep, that looks like a brand new shirt. Not that I know what your wardrobe looks like, but how many sizes down are you?
Well, in this material, I'm down to a 4X, but in other materials, I'm down to a 3X. It just depends on what brand it is. But these gym shirts, I'm currently wearing a 4X. But before I started carnivore, I couldn't actually find one that fit me. So I actually would wear like big either 5X or 6X shirts that were like work shirts, like Carhartt shirts, which they fit looser. And so I'm probably down 2 shirt sizes actually, because right now if I try on a 4X Carhartt shirt, it's too big. But I mean, the ones that I got, I haven't thrown them away yet because I mean, I'm too cheap. I'm like, I'll wear them until I absolutely can't have to stop wearing them.
Yeah,
Nice. That's awesome.
No, I love that, man. That is awesome. Now you had a little bit of a rough go, a little bit last week or that, man. What happened to you, brother? What happened?
Well, I was telling people on my channel, like, and anybody that's on this journey, you can get to a place where you start to feel cocky, like you've got everything figured out. And you're thinking, oh, I'm so comfortable now, everything's going good. But then what happened was I kind of let my guard down. And whenever I was driving I live in a small town. Like, so if I go to a town that's big enough to have like chain restaurants, then to me that's a big deal because we don't have that stuff here. I mean, we have like McDonald's, but we don't have a lot of restaurants. And so we drove to a big city like 45 minutes away, and I was looking at all these different restaurant signs, and there was a lot of marketing going on. And me looking at the stuff, I was like, man, that looks good. And man, look at that on that sign. That hamburger looks good. This pizza looks good. And so the whole time we were down there in the city, I was being good, but the whole drive home I was thinking about all that food. And so I started having a mental game going on in my head. And before we got home, I looked at my wife and I was like, you know what? Let's get some pizza. And so I got pizza, and it was just that one meal for that one day. And I was like, everything's going to be fine tomorrow. But that one meal opened up a door for the next day. I was like, I'm going to cheat one more meal, And so I did that. And then by the third day, I was completely off the rails. Like when I woke up, I was thinking about what I was going to have for breakfast. And then when I was eating breakfast, I was thinking about where am I going to go out to eat for lunch? And that's the way I used to eat. I used to always think about that next meal. Even when I was eating that first meal, I'd be already thinking about what I was going to have for the second meal. And so I just kind of binged and went off the rails big time. And thankfully I was able to dust myself off and I guess hop back on the horse and get my body moving again and get back grounded this week.
Sure.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
But it was fun, wasn't it? Tell the truth, man.
It was fun, but I'll say this: it was a blast. But I'll tell you this: I'm paying the price this week because for 8 months my shoulder completely stopped hurting, and the inflammation in my shoulder had went away. And then about 3 days into cheating to 4 days into cheating, I looked over at my wife and I said, "Hey, babe, my shoulder hurts again." And it started coming back a little bit more and a little bit more. And even now being back on for a couple of days, there's still that little bit of, sharp pains in my shoulders, and I'll move it a certain way. I know that it'll go away pretty quick because it done it before, but it's because of the food and the inflammation and that I was getting in my body from all the junk that I was eating.
It's like that stuff is poison, you know it?
Yeah, it was it was messing with my shoulder. My shoulder hurt bad for like 3 years, maybe 4 years. And it ached and ached. And I'd went to orthopedic specialists and all kind of different doctors and tried to figure out what was going on with it. But they never mentioned food. They mentioned, hey, you can take this medication and we'll prescribe you this stuff. You can rub on it. Nobody ever mentioned food. It was later on that I started deciding to try food. And that's when things got better.
Ice cream, donuts, pizza, that food is poison.
Yes, it is.
It's funny, man. I'm gonna tell you, I've never gotten off the rails that many days in a row. And I just listened to you, man. I listen. I tell everybody I'm crazy. I'm certified bonkers. But your mind literally works the opposite of mine. When I go and eat something that's out of the norm, my mind pulls me back to my normal. Like I'm on vacation right now. and I've got another 3 days here, but I'm ready to go home now. I mean, seriously, I've just got family stuff I got to do. I'm out of sorts. I want to go back to my routine. I don't, I want to go back to my scrambled eggs and coffee. And, even though I'm, when I'm eating stuff that I shouldn't be or whatever, that's off the plan. My mind is trying to get back to that because I'm a creature of my routines, my normals, my habits, that the keto life is my normal now. So everything is pulling me back to that. It's like I'm, and I just find it so interesting that yours was the opposite. When you started eating stuff, you were thinking about more stuff that you shouldn't be eating. When I'm eating stuff that I'm not supposed to be eating, I'm thinking about going back to my normal. It's crazy.
Well, you're a weirdo, Russ.
That place.
You better believe I
want to get to that
it.
place like you're at, where I can just, turn it off like that. But me, I don't know if it's because of the severe food addiction or sugar carbs addiction or what, but like I'm telling you, by just a couple days in, like I was telling myself I was going to start back Monday, and that's what I had always done. Every time I ever started a diet before, it was always on Monday. And so I would tell myself, if you can just make it through the weekend and start Monday, everything's going to be all right. And that's kind of what I did. But I mean, I'm the type of person I started. I mean, yes, I was looking forward to Monday to get out of the pain, but I was also dreading Monday because like that, my body was craving that sugar. And like, cause I went and had like cookies and cream ice cream at one of the ice cream places and all this stuff. And my body was just thinking about that all the time. So, I mean, even though I had done so well for 8 months, I'm still not to that place where I can just have one cheat meal and then the next day not think about it. Like, I mean,
but let me ask you this question though, and I already think I know the answer to it. You're a Band-Aid ripper, aren't you?
Yeah.
See, I'm telling you, there's something to that. I don't know what it is, but I think there's some type of psychological thing. See, I'm not a Band-Aid ripper. I'm not that guy at all. It took me forever to get myself into this keto life because my normals and my routines were always pulling me back. So it's like I don't do well with big, gigantic changes, but I knew if I just stayed at it, it would work the other way. So when I got to where my keto life was normal, it's like a gravitational pull. It always pulls me back. Like, Sunday, like I said, I ate a bunch of stuff I shouldn't. Today, all I've had a day to eat was an 18-ounce ribeye and a little bit of asparagus. And that's all I wanted because that's my normal, man. That's like getting me back to where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I am a weirdo, man. I'm an odd bird. But I think it has something to do with the fact that I'm not a Band-Aid ripper. I don't meet a ton of people in this space that aren't Band-Aid rippers, but I'd be curious if I, found some, if they have the same kind of thing.
Well, I would say I'm the kind of person that when I showed up at the party and I was drinking. So like big time. So, and I was the same way when I was smoking as much as I could. When I was eating junk food, I was eating as much as I could. Like, so me, I'm an all or nothing person. So
I got drunk one time in 1987.
Yeah. And so I'm an all or nothing person. So like for me, when I went to like a lot of people say transition into it. And that's great if you want to transition. But for me, I just had to go for it. And I was like, I'm probably going to have diarrhea for a few days. My head might hurt, but I mean, that right there is not nearly as bad as the pain that I'm in right now. So I was willing to give it a try. And after a couple weeks time, I was like, dang, this is working. So I'm going to just keep doing this.
I hope I never get to, I don't ever plan on getting to the place where I go 4 bad days in a row, but I guess you never know. But like right now, I'm out, I'm on vacation. I can eat anything I want, anywhere I want. I got no holds barred. And I ended up eating a steak and a little bit of asparagus because that's just, for me, like I said, that's where I'm at. I'm just trapped in my little world. That's funny. But tomorrow could be different. I don't think a lot about it and all that. But I'm glad you're back on track, man. And listen, you know me. If you follow me at all, you ain't gonna get no judgment from me. I mean, just get back on the wagon and keep rocking. You can't undo. What have you lost? 110 pounds or something? I can't remember what you said the other day.
I was 104 pounds down this year.
Yeah, you can't undo 104 pounds in 4 days. I mean,
That's
there's
awesome.
just no way. So do your thing, brother. Forget about it. Keep rocking. You lose 104 more pounds, and then you have another 4-day binge, man. That's how you do it.
All right, Kipp, we got one. We got one for you, buddy.
We got a question out of the hot mitt.
What's the question?
I hope my wife isn't watching. I hope my wife isn't watching this because I stole these from the kitchen. So Alia,
what are you scared of your wife?
Tell me when I got a good one, Alia.
Okay, you got one now.
All right. Which one? I got like 5 of them.
The one in the middle.
This one?
Oh Lord.
This one.
Yeah,
all right, this one.
This is live, people.
All right, Kipp. If you were a character on a reality TV show, what kind of show would it be, and why would your viewers tune in?
It would probably be because I like Western type stuff or whatever. And I like comedy movies too. So it'd probably be like some version of Yellowstone or something. But I'd be out there instead of riding a horse. I'm still pretty big, so I'd be riding an elephant. And,
Jeez.
it'd be me on an elephant, and I'd probably have Todd with me because he's in Montana also, and we'd just be having a good old time.
What would my animal be?
I don't know what you'd be. You'd probably be one of the chickens that we feed back at the ranch.
Yeah. Do they have dodo birds in Montana?
I'm not
Those
sure.
are extinct. Your wife's here, and she regrets letting you into the kitchen today.
Uh-oh.
No, she didn't say that. She just said she's here.
That is great.
Oh, no. I'm in trouble now.
Yeah, I was going to say, we learned something
Kipp got a super sticker. I think that's
There you
Kipp.
go.
Yay!
Hey, all right.
We learned something new on this week's episode, and Adam is afraid of his wife. So,
well, who isn't?
I'm afraid of my wife too.
Right.
Maybe that's why I'm single. That's probably why I'm single, man, because I'm like an untamable beast. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I'm
like
say that now till you're married.
I'm like the wild bull nobody can ride. That's just
Oh yeah, that's right. He lives close to Bozeman, or he might live in Bozeman, so that's pretty cool. Yellowstone would be perfect for us.
I want to answer this question. What was the question?
I'm writing let me find it again. Let me find it again. Let's see. If you were a character on a reality TV show, what kind of show would it be, and why would viewers tune in?
Well, I think I am on a reality TV show called the Keto Cookout. People tune in because we're nuts.
Right.
And this is my character. Here's my persona.
Nice.
No, let's see. I don't know. Hey. Reality TV always sucks. I would be like a mom.
Well,
I would be like a dance mom. There you go. Because my daughter wants to do dance classes, so I'd be like a dance mom.
Is that like a Honey Boo Boo mom or what?
No, there's a whole show about these dance moms where they have their little kids in dance classes, and it's very competitive, and it's like the Kardashians me being a mom, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I never watched the Kardashians.
This is a very, very easy question for me.
What's that? What is it? What's your answer?
Shout out to all my lovely low-carb ladies and all my keto cuties all over the world. Holla at you, man. We'll go half on a stick of butter or half on a boiled egg or something. I would be the Bachelor with 20 keto cuties just all over the place, man. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Right, man. We'd be in there, with sugar-free whipped cream and all that kind of stuff going on. We'd be getting it in, man.
Russ, you've just inspired me to sing. Do you know that John Mayer song from 20 plus years ago? It goes, I'm never speaking up again.
No. Well, let's see.
I'm never speaking up again. I think of that often when you start singing or talking. It only hurts me.
Is there a joke in there somewhere? Is there a joke in there somewhere?
Sometimes you say off the rails stuff, and I'm thinking, I always think that John Mayer
stuff. Was off the rail?
Everything.
Okay, is the Bachelor a reality show?
Kipp, I got a question.
Okay.
Your latest video, what's it about?
Well, I just made a video right before I came on here.
I know I haven't had time to watch it. I wanted to though.
Like, if you want to see the Pillsbury Doughboy running, then you need to watch that. You need to watch that video. Because I get out there and run, and there's jello going all over the place or whatever. But I've kind of got to the point now. At first, I was worried about doing it, but now I've got to the point that I'm just like, man, I just got to get this weight off, so I don't care. I might look stupid. Oh well.
Yeah, nice.
Listen, man, you got to get you one of them wetsuits, man, like the SEAL trainers and run in that, man. It'll just keep all that together, brother. You just
See, the women are lucky because they have all that stuff that they can get, like the little things that pull their tummy in and all that. And they wear all kind of different stuff. And us men folk, we got it rough.
Yeah. All that
you
stuff
could wear one of those too if you wanted.
Yeah, I could, but my daddy would disown me.
You don't wear it, man. You wear it under your clothes, man. You don't roll out a rack with it on, brother. You put something on over it.
Yeah, I hear you. That's a good idea.
Yeah, you would never see it unless you show it to him.
Yeah, and make a video and be like, yeah, I just lost 40 more pounds this week.
Hey, look, you may not be able to breathe, but you look real good.
Kipp, Brian says you're looking good. How much have you lost now? We already answered that, but since he's asking.
Yeah, it was 104 pounds, but then I cheated like all week, so I probably went up like 8 to 10 pounds. But I was like, I'm not even gonna step on the scale because that'll discourage me. I'm just gonna start back because that's what happened before when I cheated. Was like I went up a lot and then I just didn't step on the scale because I could tell I'd gained weight, but I didn't step on the scale, and then like a week or so later, I got on the scale and I was already back down.
I mean, I had Carbogeddon. Nice. I had Carbogeddon the Labor Day weekend, and I still lost a pound. And but here's the thing: I only weigh myself once a month. Yeah. I don't weigh myself every week or every day or none of that. Once a month. So I got time to. I got that makeup speed, man. If I get caught, if I get caught on the deep ball, I can make it up, man. I got that closing speed, So that's the trick, man. Just weigh yourself once a month, man. You give you some wiggle room in there to maneuver if you need to. So tell everybody about your smoking, man. Like I said, I said one time if Kim smoked a pair of flip flops, I'd probably eat them. So I'm just saying, man. Tell everybody about your smoking and all that, man.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, they see me on here and I have a carnivore channel and I love all this. It's been fun and like it encourages me to keep going. But long before carnivore, like long before that, I watched a lot of like guys that cook barbecue professionally. And I'm really good friends with a guy that does competition barbecue. And so I got into barbecue probably like close to 10 years ago. And that's just been a passion of mine. And that just made my weight gain even worse because in barbecue, there's so many different sugary rubs and mops and sauces and things like that. And it all tastes incredible, but like it definitely added more pounds to me, and I'd eventually become a diabetic from it. So part of what I do on my channel now, which I haven't been able to do it in the past like month, I've been like so busy making other videos, but I want to get back into some of my barbecue videos as well. But I've done some barbecue videos on here showing people tips and how to cook with barbecue and also how to cook with cast iron cooking, because that's another thing that I like to do. So the barbecue is just something that I'm passionate about, and I've always been passionate about it. And so I like to show people on the channel that there are ways to make great barbecue without all the sugar and without all the sauces and all that stuff. You can make good barbecue with just a few simple ingredients and a lot of love.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that. And some meat. That helps too.
Yeah, you gotta. I ain't gonna be making a tofu barbecue.
So you can put all the love you want, and if you ain't got no meat in there, it's not gonna turn out too good.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, I made a listen. I'm not even on the same planet as you when it comes to that stuff. So I'm not trying to act like I am, but I made a brisket that was actually pretty good for me a couple weeks ago, and I did have some sugar-free sauces and some low-carb sauces that I found. I was thinking about doing a video about that, but I do agree with you. It's utterly and completely ridiculous if you don't know and you look at what's in these barbecue sauces and stuff like that. I mean, it is crazy, man. You might as well drink a Pepsi or something. I mean, it's nuts what's in some of those. So yeah, no, I hear you loud and clear on that.
And some people use Pepsi and other things whenever they're making their stuff. They mix that in with things. So I mean, a lot of people make it like if you go and you search barbecue on YouTube, whatever video you watch most of the time is going to be something super unhealthy with like some pineapple mango glaze on it with habanero, something with chipotle, and it's going to have tons and tons of sugar. It's going to taste amazing, but whenever you got type 2 diabetes, and don't be asking why.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Now, I saw you and Carrie did a smoke challenge or something. I saw a couple months ago. I can't remember exactly when it was on your channel, and I thought it was good, but the stakes were way too low, man. If you really are serious about this thing, I got an idea, man. You guys have the smoke off, and whoever loses, the winner gets to smoke the other one. That's how it goes. You got to get in the smoker and take it like a man. I'm just saying, because if you ain't willing to die for it, then you don't really believe in your skills, and that's just how I see it, man. I'm just telling you.
If it would have been that kind of competition, Kerry would have been gone already because I think I got him.
And you got a smoker big enough to put him in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could put Russ in my smoker.
Nice.
Hey, listen. Dave, I'm already a little paranoid about coming down to see you in small town Alabama. You ain't making it no better. I'm just
and I live out in the backwoods. If you need to go missing real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. There's probably a couple guys that neighbors of yours that probably like to see that happen. I'm sure there's somebody out there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Alia just text me if I could please make that happen.
Yeah.
She probably did.
I just keep thinking of the movie Fargo. Kipp, what's the sea lion diet?
The sea lion diet was actually just something that I kind of come up with a subscriber of mine. Because I had said that since I live close to the Gulf Coast and I live in the country too, I was like, well, I love to eat beef, and so does everybody on the carnivore diet. And a lot of people kept telling me, hey, try the lion diet. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do the lion diet, I'm going to need to add seafood to it because I love seafood. So, and living on the Gulf Coast, that's like a staple food down here. So I was like, well, I'll just do, steak and do shrimp and things like that. And then a lady told me in my comment section, she said, oh, sea lion. So then I was like, well, that's what we'll call it. So I started calling it the sea lion diet, and then it turned into this whole challenge. And now there's a bunch of people on my channel that's doing the challenge, even though I flopped. Like I lost like 10 pounds at the beginning of the month, or 9 pounds. And then whenever I, went off the rails or whatever, I kind of messed up the challenge for myself. There's a bunch of them that are still doing it and getting great results.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that.
I got one more question for you, Kipp.
Oh,
only one?
Listen, I told ChatGPT, give me 30 questions, random questions, make them all unique, and make half of them funny. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works. I didn't even look at them.
Chat GPT. That's what everybody's doing with Chat GPT now. It's
Which
ruining
one,
the
Alia?
game.
Is this one? Is this a good one, Alia?
That's a good one.
I got Rush GPT.
Oh, it's only 2. You get both of them.
All right.
I'm gonna ask the chat the answer also.
Nope, that one's no good.
Oh, okay.
If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
I don't know, but right now I keep hearing the Eye of the Tiger whenever I'm running out there. So that right there is kind of like my little motivational theme song or whatever to get me keep going or whatever. So probably that for right now.
Nice. All right. Next question. What's the most unexpected thing on your bucket list that you've already accomplished?
On my bucket list that I've already accomplished? Ooh, I don't know.
That's kind of a strange question.
Yeah,
you had your baby.
Yes, me and my wife, we struggled to have our child for like 4 years to 5 years, and we've been praying about it or whatever, and she finally had her, and that's kind of what led me to carnivore actually, because after my daughter was born, you know, I was super excited. I was like, man, because when you've tried for so long and you watch all your friends have families and all your family members have kids and they're all growing up and you're still struggling to have one, it messes with you mentally. And so whenever she finally had our daughter, we were just over the moon excited. But then I was still right at 500 pounds. So my daughter, she was growing and I couldn't hardly do any, I didn't even want to have much energy to get on the floor and roll around and play with her, and trying to get up at night with her in her crib and things like that was just hard to do. You know, I'd get out of breath really fast. And so I was like, that's what kind of led me to, I had to do something drastic. And I'd heard Dr. Berry talk about carnivore before, and I knew that he knew what he was talking about because he knew what he was talking about keto before that. So I went ahead and tried it, and here we are, man. And I'm glad I did. But yeah, I mean, my daughter being born, that right there was like the big thing.
That's awesome.
I love that, man.
Absolutely.
They didn't ask me, but I can already tell you. If they asked me my theme song, it's something funny, Adam. I haven't even said anything yet, man. Already.
Well,
don't make me sing again. I already told you.
The questions are for the guests. But if you want to answer it, go ahead.
Oh, sure, man. I'm on here with you, low life. That's an easy one. Oh, I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. There you go.
I like some golf.
The chat said don't sing.
They
told me they're going to pay me not to sing. So
listen, I shocked you. I shocked you with that one, didn't I, Kipp?
I never would have thunk it.
Yes, I hit you right. I hit you right in the chest with that one, baby. Hey, listen.
Look, when I was growing up, I had Garth Brooks on my radio.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna hit you with another one. I'm carbless. When it comes to eating food, I'll eat anything you want me to, as long as there's no carbs at all. There you go, man. I got you, baby.
We need to call Garth up.
I got you.
Sing it, Russ. People were trying to super chat me to never sing again. People were trying to super.
Hey, I went deep. Hey, I went deep in the vault for my man Kipp.
Yeah.
Listen. I can go. Listen, I love country music as quiet as it's kept, man. I could go all day. You know.
Can you do Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off?
I did. No. I did. I think you. I can't remember what stream I was on when I did. Chicken is fine. Remember it next time when you get hungry. Chicken is fine. Yeah, it's cheaper anyway. You'll save some money. Well, steak is sometimes tough. If you had about enough, you need something else to eat. Chicken is fine. Yeah, man. So.
All right, we got to have one more question for Kipp, don't we? I know we have one more question.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
What is Cheeseburger in Paradise?
It's Jimmy Buffett.
Oh.
Yeah. Cheeseburger in Paradise.
All right, here we go, Kipp. If you could invent a new holiday, what would it be, and how would people celebrate it?
Whew.
Yeah, I can already answer that. I can already answer that for him.
Let me hear Russ's first.
Yeah, it's called Hickory Smoke Day, and everybody gets the smokers out and put something in there that used to have parents.
I mean, for smoking, I do that all the time anyway, so it don't have to be a holiday. I do that on any Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday. It don't matter.
But you don't get the day off with pay for it. You don't get to take a day off for work with pay to do it.
Yeah, I need to talk to my boss about that.
Yeah, tell him it's Hickory Smoke Day, man. I can't come into work today.
No, we need a whole week for that. I need a whole week off for
that. Oh man, Smoke Week.
Oh,
that's
look,
great.
someone.
Hey, look, hey. In Oregon, I think they already have that. I think it's the week of the 20th of April.
Uh-oh. That's Coolio.
Yeah, I understood that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Everybody's a songwriter now. Isn't that fun?
Yep. We're waiting for you to sing it, Russ.
I was going to see how that works. Everybody's on Chat GPT right now looking for something. Yeah, I got Russ GPT, baby. I don't know.
Russ GPT.
Yeah, I never had to go to the computer to get an idea. Go ahead.
Nice. So what do you got coming up on your channel?
Yeah, man. Tell us.
Well, I mean, I was working on a video right before we got on here, so that's coming up soon. But I mean, on the channel, I'm thinking I might do a little bit of vlogging while I go to a Carnivore Quest meetup. Because they're having a meetup Thursday or Friday, and so we're traveling 7 hours to South Carolina to meet up with him and Intentional Carnivore, and I think the ground beef guy is going to be there. I don't remember anybody else, any other YouTubers that's going to be there, but I mean, that's coming up for me. But then as far as the channel, I mean, whatever, a lot of my videos is not super like planned out way ahead of time. It's just whatever I'm feeling at the time. If I feel like taking y'all on a run, we go for a run. If I feel like taking y'all to show y'all how to smoke some brisket, we're going to do that. And if I want to cook some eggs in a cast iron skillet, we'll do that. It's just whatever I'm feeling at the time.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know. You got to go up 95 to get there from where you're at?
85. I go up 65 and then hit 85 and go through Atlanta and go that way.
Gotcha.
Okay. Where in South Carolina is it?
Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay.
It's going to be in Greenville, South Carolina.
Nice. Who's cooking?
They kind of wanted me to, I think, a little bit, but I mean, I was going to be traveling up the night before and everything. They hadn't officially asked me to help, but I mean, if they needed me to, I would help them with whatever. But they do have some people that are close by that have some smokers, and but Cassie, she did tell me to be prepared to answer some barbecue questions for her whenever I get there. So because some people wanting some help with how to make a brisket.
Okay.
Someone here wants to know how to make a brisket in the oven. Do you have a video about that? Mike Shaw TV, not somebody. Mike Shaw TV.
Hey, Mike, I'm gonna tell you now. Don't do it, buddy. You can make a brisket in the oven. Like honestly, you could watch like somebody that's smoking a brisket and do the same exact technique, but do it in the oven. It's not gonna be as good. I ain't gonna lie. If you smoke a brisket, it's gonna be better. But you can get, because what you're doing is you're breaking down that tough muscle. So because a brisket takes like 10 hours, 12 hours to cook. So you're going to let it go slow and let the muscle break down. But you're going to miss the smoke flavor, but you can still make a good brisket in the oven. Just follow somebody's recipe, but don't use a smoker. Pretend that they're using an oven.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
Good advice.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
Daddy himself, Smoke Daddy the man.
But I'm not fitting to do no brisket in the oven. That's a sin in my house.
You're propane all the way.
No, I don't cook with propane either. Ask Carrie.
With wood, right? You have wood?
Yeah, I cook with wood or charcoal. I like cooking with stuff that when the power goes out, because if there's hurricane season or anything like that, when the power goes out and everybody don't know what to do, hey, I'm eating good at my house.
There you go.
Look, hey, Kipp had a look on his face like, you can mess up a good piece of meat if you want to, but I will have no part of that.
I'm not going to pay $60 or $80 for a brisket and put it in the oven. But if that's what you got, because some people don't have a smoker. So if that's what you got, do it.
You have a Costco near you?
I have a Costco. I have a Costco near me, but brisket prices are still kind of high.
Yeah, because I didn't pay that much for mine, but yeah, but
well, how big of briskets are you getting?
I don't know. It was like $8. I want to say it was like $9 a pound.
Oh, that's way more than I pay.
Yeah, that's more than I pay.
Well, there you go. Well, so you got.
I think mine was like $3.50 or $4 a pound or something.
I normally pay around $4 a pound. Sometimes I
there you go.
A little bit.
Like I told you, I'm not a cook. I'm not a cook.
But if I'm cooking a 20-pound brisket, then at $4 a pound, if you do the math, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, my brisket wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't that much. So it wasn't that heavy,
that's how you can raise the money, Alia.
What?
You just buy a bunch of brisket and you sell it to Russ for twice the price.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Evidently that's $10,000 brisket.
Yeah.
Hey Russ, be looking out. I'm gonna be selling brisket on my channel next week.
Nice.
Hey, I guess I got it coming, man. You know, I clearly I stepped in it there. Truth of the matter is, I don't know how much I paid for it. How about that?
The homesick bank eye.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one.
Exactly. It's like, hey, who looks at prices when you're buying stuff?
I don't. I should.
Yeah, but you're buying stuff that's like $1 for a whole sack of like beef hearts or something.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You're down in Colombia, man. Yeah,
I don't.
Exactly.
I used to like go back and forth on my phone on like the calculator to calculate the prices. Too much stress. Just put it in the cart.
Yeah. There you go.
Here's another question. What's a nutria? Is that a like a?
That's a swamp rat.
Oh, it is. Oh.
Yeah, it's like a big rat, like huge rat.
Ew. Oh, it's
hey, how many of them have you eaten, Kipp?
Wait.
I don't live quite that close to New Orleans. I live a little bit out. I live about 3 hours from New Orleans. But yeah, they have them down that way, nutria rats and stuff like that. But somebody asked about crazy stuff that I cook. If it was up to me, I'd cook anything that I could find on the side of the road. But
do you buy a car or do you kill it?
Well, as long as it's still warm when I go up and touch it, then I know it's fine. But my wife, she don't like me putting some things on the smoker. So around here, the worst that actually goes on one of my smokers is like a wild hog or something like that. But I mean, some things she's like, I will never eat food off your smoker again if you cook that on there.
So a nutria can be 9 to 20 pounds, and it says it's like between a rat and a beaver.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can actually go down there down south, and you can go on a hunting trip and go hunt nutrias. I'd like to do that. That'd be fun.
I'll do that. Let's go nutria hunting. Yeah, I've had cow heart. It's delicious. We cooked it in the pressure cooker and then fried it in bacon grease. That's how you cook cow heart. I would have it unfrozen when you cook it. There you go. It just tastes like lean steak. Everyone's like, ew, it goes down easy. It tastes good.
I've only had chicken heart. I haven't had cow heart.
Cow heart's way better than chicken heart. But chicken organs are like the gateway to other organs. Look at Adam.
No way.
No, they're not. I done told you a whole
Give
bunch
me
of
a
times,
ribeye.
Yeah, brothers don't eat organs. We play the organ. We don't eat organs. I was just telling you that. And I just looked it up. The brisket. So I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Costco's brisket was $7.59 a pound. It was 8 pounds. So I've just looked it up on the computer.
That ain't even big enough.
That's the flat. You're buying just the flat, probably.
Yeah, it just said USDA prime brisket $7.59 a pound, and it was 8 pounds. So I paid, that's what I paid for.
Huh.
I don't know anything
8-pound
about
brisket for me. I wouldn't even buy 8-pound brisket because to me,
Yeah, it's got to be fit.
I want to get more meals out of it. So, like I want to slice it up and meal prep, and or even back when I've cooked tons of briskets for people, I like to have a bunch of meat for everybody, and so 8-pound brisket, because when you cook a brisket. I mean, 90% of the people, they trim a brisket, and you'll trim a couple pounds off of the brisket. And then plus when it cooks, a lot of the fat's going to drip off the brisket. So you're probably going to lose another 2 pounds. So if you buy a 8-pound brisket, you probably only got a 4-pound brisket when it's done.
Gotcha.
So that ain't much meat for a big fella like us, Russ. Come on.
I don't eat as much as you might think. I hear Alia eats more than me. I don't know what it is, man, but I don't I can only eat about a pound of meat at a time, really. Like ground beef or even steak. Yeah, I can't really get it in like that like I used to. I don't know what that is, but yeah.
And for those people that like to get technical too, when it comes to like barbecue, a bigger brisket is gonna take longer to come up to temp, and actually when you cook barbecue, the longer it takes the meat to come up to temp, the more time it has to take on smoke flavor. So it'll give you a better, smokier brisket in the end by having a bigger brisket. Because if you've got an 8-pound brisket, it's not going to get that much smoke.
Yeah, first of all, you are, again, you're on another planet. You're in another league. You're in another galaxy. I took that 8-pound brisket and I cut it up into 3 because it won't fit in my slow cooker. So I slow cook it in a slow cooker. So it's way too big. So I cut it up into a couple pieces that'll fit in my slow cooker. And I slow cooked it on low for 6 hours and took it out, and it was wonderful. So, but again, you're only talking about probably a 3-pound piece, maybe. You know what I mean? Because if I cut it up if it was 8 and cut it up so again, I'm like JV, man. You're varsity, Letterman. I'm like a bench warmer on the JV team. I'm not a cook. I'm one step above a caveman. The only difference between him and me is I got electricity. I got meat and I got heat. And that's that's it, man. I'm telling you. So
we've been here an hour and 22 minutes and 23 minutes, and it literally feels like we just started.
It's crazy
compared to Saturday.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. Speak for yourself, Adam. But
Adam, are you ever gonna do a 24-hour live stream?
Why not?
Oh, because I was gonna be like, no way.
Y'all doing 48 next time, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
40.
right. Yeah, you've already done that. Yeah, you got to raise the bar now.
Kipp's gonna be there with us.
Yeah, I'll be there for 48 minutes.
Hey, nice. Exactly. Hey, now I want to say one thing before we are going to wrap up. But I gotta say, man, Kipp has got the most like that like his whole environment there. That room right there has got a mood to it, man. Like that's what else happens in that room besides your broadcasting, brother? That's all I want to know, man.
Nothing really, because I ain't got no bed in here.
Yeah, hey,
you got the exercise bike in there.
I was gonna say you got a floor in there, don't you?
Man, that'll break my back, man.
I was just saying, man, you got the perfect, you got it's got a little mood to it, like a little atmosphere, man. Like you're about to be on the Quiet Storm or something there.
The man knows how to do it.
Yeah, playing slow country music jams, man. So that's something, man. I love it. Love it. That's great. All right, folks. Well, listen, brother, tell the folks where they can find you and what they can expect when they come to see you on your social media.
You can find me on YouTube at carnivore Kipp, or you can find me on Instagram at carnivore_Kipp. Appreciate you checking me out there. And thank all y'all for having me on. It was fun. I don't get to watch all of y'all's videos, but I try to watch some of all of y'all's videos because, I mean, y'all inspire me too. And I was glad to be on here with y'all. And for everybody else that's on on the fence about keto or carnivore, hey, give it a try. It's been working for us. Give it a try.
Absolutely, man. Well, listen, I'm a big fan, man. I'm a subscriber, brother. And just keep doing what you do, man. And you're a hell of a good guy. I appreciate you. You're a great part of the community. And hit us one time with the We Grilling, baby.
We grilling, baby.
Yeah. Love it.
I love it, man. I love it. All right, brother. Hey, we're gonna
smoking, baby, because I'm
there you go.
Meat.
Well, that's a different.
Yeah.
That's a different show on a different channel, if you know what I mean. You know, there's some folks. Yeah. You know, that's a whole different show. So, man, we love you, brother. We're gonna do some things in the future, man. We're gonna see more Kipp. He's a big part of the family. We're going to do some things, man. As always, brother, thank you for coming by, sharing your life and your story with us, and we'll see you.
All right, absolutely. Thank you. I enjoyed it. Y'all are family.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Absolutely, Kipp. Thanks, brother.
You too, brother.
Bye.
All right. That's my man, Smoke Daddy, Kipp.
Yeah.
I love that dude, man. I love that dude.
Kipp
He's funny, man, and got a great channel, man. If you want to learn how to smoke something, that's the dude.
Yep.
That is the dude. So one of these days,
everybody knows I didn't have these out. So you see,
one of these days,
your wife saw.
Hey, listen. One of these days, I'm gonna go down there in backwoods Alabama and hang out with him. I'm gonna get my pistol, my shotgun, and a hand grenade. And I'm gonna go on down there, and I'm gonna go on down there and mess with me if you want to.
Yeah, we know why you're bringing that for get some of them nutria.
The 20-pound nutria.
No, yeah,
going hunting with a grenade.
No, it ain't the nutria. Yeah, it ain't the nutria.
I just got an idea of like an entire swamp like exploding with a grenade.
Yeah.
Right. Alia has an announcement to make, doesn't she?
Do I?
For all the folks that have been desperately trying to give her money and haven't had a way to do it.
I just found out on my email that I'm monetized. So maybe the next live stream, if you want to do super chats, we're ready for them. There you go.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. And Adam, you have an announcement also, don't you?
We acquired the same status and on the same day, which is very, very cool.
Very cool. And Russ is right around the corner. He's got like 900 subscribers. So let's show him some love and subscribe to his channel.
Yes.
I don't know how my fingers
this guy.
I think it's great. I'm very happy for you. You guys have put a lot of work into your channels, and I think that's fantastic.
We're on the road to making it's a little bit more. The pain is alleviated a little bit with YouTubing because it's very hard work, but it's worth it because of the message that we're getting out there. So if whatever little bit helps in order to keep us going to do this, that's definitely a blessing and a plus for sure.
I agree with that. You can Alia can get somebody. She can pay somebody to get rid of that goofy light behind her. And
I like the light.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit you with the light.
Yeah, and then we can and Adam can get somebody to help him, give him some taste and decorating.
Right.
So I think it's fantastic. I think it's wonderful. Now, congratulations. Listen, if people don't know, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort to get to monetization, which is exactly why I don't have any. So, hats off to you guys. I love it. And I like having rich friends too. So I know you got it. If I need to borrow $5, I know I can get it off of one of you two because you're monetized.
Send me your PayPal. Send me your Zelle. I'll send it over tonight.
Yeah, hey, listen, loan me $5 so I can super chat you.
Right. So I do have a plug before we go. If anybody wants to be on the show, go to ketocookoutlive.com and you can apply to be on the show there. We'd love to have you. We have a couple people lined up to come on the show, but we will get you in as soon as we possibly can. We'd love to have you. You don't have to have a YouTube channel. we can send you the link as long as you've got a cell phone. You should be able to get in on the stream, no problems. We'd love to talk to you and chat and get
we
your
love to
story
hear
and
the
hang out.
stories. We never get tired of hearing the great stories, and it inspires people, and that's what we're all about here. We want to make you laugh, make you smile, but also inspire and uplift people and show the world what we found in this wonderful life, our keto, carnivore, whatever, ketogenic life. That's what we're all about here. So, you plugging anything else, Alio?
Go subscribe to Russ's channel.
There you go.
Stop it.
And watch the interview he did with me.
There you go. Yes, if you can bear to get through that. Yeah, that's
It made me fall asleep.
Right?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It's bad YouTube, folks. It's a bad YouTube. Nah, Ollie's the best. Listen, if I'm not picking on you or making fun of you, you can pretty much rest assured I don't like you. So
okay, good. I'll keep that in mind.
That's pretty much how it goes. Come on, you know how the schoolyard is. Everybody pull your hair in kindergarten or anything, you know? So
yes. I had in first grade. I had a boy stab me.
Oh, geez.
That's love. That is love.
That's love.
That was your soulmate. That was
he
your
was. He was.
Yeah,
It was Edgar. And in 8th grade, we terrorized other kids together. Yeah. So it was like a match made in heaven.
Like a weird, like a goofy Bonnie and Clyde. Yes, I understand. I understand. I love it. All right, folks. I think we've everybody's plugging everything.
Oh, carnivore soldiers just showing up, and we're just ending off. Oh.
Hey, it'll be a heck of a replay. It'll be a heck of a replay, brother. You will enjoy it. You will love it.
You will love it. Can we put the link in the description? Sorry, the link for where people can sign up for the cookout. Can you put that in the description, in the chat?
That's a good idea. I'd never thought of that. Actually, I never thought of that.
Putting it in the chat.
But you know what I did put in there?
What?
I put the link to the travel size Redmond salt in the description below. So if anybody wants to support the carnivore diet documentary, go to my description, click on the link, get your travel salt.
Yeah,
and,
the 10 man.
Make sure not to buy it from him. Buy it from him.
Yeah, thank you, Adam Lacey. Adam Lacey, the 10 man from the Wizard of Oz, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Rick? I see you, Rick. I see you, buddy. That's my man. Shout out to Carnivore Scott. Carnivore Scott will be doing the after party, the keto after party. So if you want to go over and hang out, I'm on vacation. I literally have nothing to do. I may or may not pop over there for a minute and say, hey, because what else am I going to do? White Castle's closed, so
right.
Where White is Carnivore Scott? I haven't even seen him.
Yes, White Castle is open 24 hours. I have, but I will not be going there, Adam.
Don't go to White Castle.
There's a reason why.
Go to Wendy's.
There's a reason why they call them rectum rockets.
You call them rectum rockets. I call them delicious. That's what I call them.
Right.
So anyway, but I sure hope Carnivore Scott's doing his after show. Otherwise, it's a problem. But I haven't seen him. But I did. He did say during the stream, I think, though, he was going to be doing it. So.
There you go.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
Okay,
guys. Thanks everybody for coming. We definitely appreciate you. We love you.
I want to thank our guests. I want to thank our man Todd, the Carnivore Cure, and of course thank Kipp at Carnivore Kipp Smoking Barbecue. And we'll see you next time. We grilling, baby.
We grilling, baby.